I took a shaky breath, summoning all courage I could muster, my heart pounding deep in my chest. I was about to reveal my deepest secret to Oscar, and I was super nervous. But there was no way he'd back down now, given our history. "Close your eyes," I whispered, my voice trembling obviously. He knit his brow together in confusion, but slowly obliged. I could sense his curiosity and excitement. I took a deep breath, bracing myself for the unknown. As I removed the final layer of makeup, I knew this was it. "Now open your eyes," I said, my voice filled with hope and fear. Slowly, he opened his eyes, and his expression said it all. Horror and shock were boldly expressed in his eyes.
What is that?"
He stammered, his voice filled with disgust.
"You've been hiding this? You're a monster."
He ran out of my room as fast as he could. This encounter was my 10th attempt at love, and as usual, it was a futile attempt. "Hello, my name is Fiona, and I'm 17 years old. The scar on my right face that made me a monster reminded me of a painful past. When I was 10, fire engulfed our home, leaving me with scars that were impossible to erase. My wealthy parents tried to restore my beauty, but the scar remained. The next day at school, Betty, my best friend, greeted me with a concerned look as I walked through the entrance. She asked about my date with Oscar. I sighed and muttered, "He's just a loser." Betty scoffed. "That's his loss. He's not worth you being upset over, Fee." I rolled my eyes. Who was I kidding? With my scarred face, it's impossible to find love. I brushed off her comforting words. I reached my locker, opened it, and began arranging my books. Betty's comforting words sounded like trash in my ears. "Fee, you're beautiful and unique. Don't let Oscar and his likes define your worth," she said, her words cutting through my defenses. I couldn't hold back anymore, the tears threatening to spill as I snapped, unable to bear the weight of my insecurities. "You don't know what it's like for me. I'm a monster. Oh, wait a minute. Since I'm so beautiful and unique, why do all the guys run away from me? Tell me, Betty, why?" She didn't say anything. "I thought as much," I said with a sad laugh. In frustration, I slammed my locker shut with a loud bang. Without looking back, I walked away. I got to the games arena, sat on one of the platforms, and just let the tears flow. After what seemed like forever, I dozed off, only to be rudely awakened by a tap on my left shoulder. I lifted my head, and there stood Brandon, the football captain, the ultimate heartthrob. Every girl in school had a crush on him. I was guilty of that too, LOL. But sadly, fantasizing about him is just pointless.
"Hey, are you alright?"
Brandon asked, looking all concerned. I mustered a half-hearted, "Yeah, I'm fine," and looked away.
"You don't seem fine to me."
He pressed on. "I'm cool, just having one of those days," I replied nonchalantly.
"I'm having one of those days too."
He joked. I shot him a glare, and he couldn't help but laugh.
"You look like a teddy bear when you're angry."
He joked.
"What are you doing here, by the way?"
He continued. "None of your business." I snapped and walked away. Days passed, and Brandon was trying so hard to get my attention. I tried my best to avoid him, but the more I pushed him away, the closer he came. At lunch, he was there. His love arrows were shooting at me without control. When I go for bathroom breaks, I see his shadows lurking around. It was like a cat race. Friday afternoon, I was strolling home with Betty when, out of nowhere, Brandon came sprinting after us.
"Hey, Fee, wait up!"
he shouted. Betty gives me that knowing smile and waves goodbye as she crosses to the side of the road. I paid him no attention and increased my pace. I was tired of all this back and forth with Brandon. I can't deny my crazy crush on him, but I'm not letting my guard down again. But Brandon, panting and desperate, catches up and blurts out,
"Why do you keep running away from me, Fee?"
I still ignored him and kept walking.
"I don't care how long you ignore me. But I can't help how I feel,"
he says, practically gasping for air. "I'm not who you think I am, Brandon," I say with bitterness as I keep walking fast.
"I don't care about all that, Fee. I love you,"
he declares, pulling me to a stop and making me face him. "You love me?" I snap, my anger taking over.
"Yes, I do,"
he replies firmly. I grabbed my water bottle and proceeded to wash my face right there on the spot. Washing done and all my makeup gone, I looked up at him and asked, "Do you still love me?" I watch as shock fills his widened eyes. Haha, so much for love, huh? What a joke. I dropped the water bottle and walked away, heading towards my house. And just as I'm about to ring the doorbell, I hear Brandon's voice behind me.
You're the most beautiful girl I've ever seen.
I spin around, and there he is, holding a rose and walking towards me. What are you doing here, Brandon? I asked sadly.
I don't care about your scars, Fee. If you say yes to me right now, I'll show the world just how much you mean to me,
He says with a fiery passion. At that moment, nothing else matters. I ran straight into Brandon's arms, and just like that, the most handsome boy in my school became the love of my life. I guess happily ever after exists.